What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for sharing the video with me. I received somebody hit me up this morning, early this morning actually, on Instagram. I usually check my Instagram messages first thing in the morning. I check my email and stuff like that. And so yeah, before I get into the Jay Morrison thing, last night on the live chat, I just had to get off. I had to make a few phone calls last night, so I'm sorry I got off abruptly. I abruptly got off, but I had to make some phone calls real quick because you know, life throws their curveballs at you, so I had to go make some phone calls and stuff like that. It's kind of like an emergency, but you know, I had to take care of business last night. So, but I appreciate everybody coming on the live chat, and also appreciate everybody sending me video ideas and stuff like that. So Jay Morrison, someone sent me a link to What Happened to Common Sense video. I'm gonna leave What Happened to Common Sense video in the comment section. I'm gonna pin it to the comment section, and I'll also share it in my community message board as well. What Happened to Common Sense video, because he went more into detail on the Jay Morrison situation. He actually is really he goes really into detail and stuff like that. I just vlog. I just give my opinion. I could go more into detail, which I'll do in other videos and stuff like that. But for this topic, I'm not going to do it. So Jay Morrison, he announced that he's given a $1.76 dividend. For every share that you have, you'll get $1.76. You drink some coffee on that one. You know, this is my second lid. Everybody know me in this Wawa over here, but spilled it on the counter. It happens every time. But let me get into this Jay Morrison thing. So Jay Morrison, first of all, if you don't know who Jay Morrison is, right? He bills himself as Mr. Real Estate, right? He bills himself as Mr. Real Estate. He's the celebrity realtor. This is how I first come to know who he was, right? Through social media. He was on the Breakfast Club a few times, and you know, he just bills himself as the celebrity realtor. So this is how I come to know who Jay Morrison is. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Jay Morrison started this real estate crowd fund called the Tulsa Real Estate, and he named it after Tulsa, Oklahoma. And you know, Black Wall Street. Even though they had a lot of Black Wall Streets around the country, it wasn't just Tulsa, Oklahoma, but Tulsa, Oklahoma is what we know. So he named his crowd fund Real Estate Crowd Fund after that. Now, what you say, what is a real estate crowd fund? It's the first of its kind, I think. Actually, I don't know. That's what he says. It's the first of its kind. He got a bunch of people to invest, send money to him. It was a minimum of $500, which would give you 10 shares. Okay. So he got a bunch of people. I think it was over 6,000 people, he said, that invested in his crowd fund. He raised some millions of dollars. I don't know the exact amount right now, but he raised millions of dollars with the purposes of investing that money into real estate and making that money, more money, and more money. And he calls his investors owners. That's what he calls them. And my question is, right, let me just say this. For my question for Jay Morrison, I've always had this question. If they're owners, right, let's say if you sell 10 houses, and let's say if you're just going to shut the real estate thing down, right? Let's just say that you're going to, the Tulsa real estate, you don't want to do it anymore. You have second thoughts, and you just want to shut the company down. If you shut the company down, let's say you made a total, let's say you did make a profit. Let's say you made a profit of $20 million. Would you split that $20 million with the investors since you called them owners? I don't know. But anyway, he's promised dividends and stuff like that, even though if you read the paperwork, it says that the dividends are not really, it's not really guaranteed, really. He got it all spelled out in the paperwork. Okay. After reading the paperwork, me personally, I would rather invest my own money. And I'm about to show you how you can get started with that on this video. Just give me a second. For those that's waiting, just give me a second. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to give you, like, you don't have to trust people like this. I'm not saying that he's a con man or anything like that. But after reading the paperwork, me personally, this is just me. This is just me personally. I wouldn't invest in something like that. I just wouldn't. Because he started this crowdfunding, what, 2018? June of 2018. We're in 2021 now, right? So in June of 2021, it'll be 3 years. So after 3 years, all you got is $1.76 on your initial investment. So if you invested $500 to get you 10 shares, you only got $17.60. Off your original investment. You would have been better off giving your money to somebody to flip for you in the street. You know what I'm saying? At that rate, how long would it take for you to get a real huge return on your investment? It seemed like to me, this whole Tulsa real estate fund, I mean, he talks a lot of this. It seemed like it's just only for the purposes of it, of benefiting him. There's a lot of creative things he can do to get paid off that money. There's a lot of creative things he can declare losses, declare a salary, own another company that is affiliated with this, and it's so many ways he could get paid. Let me say this. I wouldn't trust nobody with my money, because now we have the invention of smartphones. You pretty much have all the information at your fingertips. I recommend going to this website called Wall Street Survivor, and you can have a portfolio with fake money. They give you $100,000 in fake money, and you can start investing in stocks to get the idea, to get the hang of what's working for you, what strategy is working for you before you start investing with live money, right? I recommend going there. They have plenty of courses to get you started on how to invest your money. Let me tell you something. If you waited 3 years for $17.60 off $500, I can make that in one day. I can make $17 in one day just investing in a TD Ameritrade account, investing on my own. And I'm not the best savvy investor in the world, but I know enough not to make. I can make $17 on a good day. I can make $17 an hour off investments, and I have made more, like off $500, right? Because I invest a little by little each week. And 3 years ago, obviously, I put $500 in. I have made way more than $17.60 off $500. With that right there, you're not even beating inflation. You'd be better off just giving your money to Poppy or give your money to somebody to flip it for you on the street. I recommend taking your demi get started. I recommend let me go this way. It's a bump over here. Okay, I think they patched it up. Let me just say this. Like, I'm done with Jay Morrison. Like, okay, so he did promise a dividend, right? He did do that. The dividend, like that, if I put in $500 and all I made was $17, okay, he did pay a dividend. He did promise that he was going to pay a dividend, even though he promised before he was going to pay it. But he finally, in February, he said he's going to pay the dividend. Me personally, that's not really a good investment for me. It's not highly liquidable. It's not a highly liquidable investment, meaning that you can just go take your money out. What I'll recommend is for people that want to get started in investing, you see, because people like this, They prey upon people that's ignorant. So there's no reason to be ignorant to investing when you can go to Wall Street Survivor and invest in, they give you $100,000 to invest in. It's a game, but it's based upon the real stock market. It's in real time, just like the real stock market. It's almost like you got $100,000, but it's fake money. And then along the way, you could take the courses to learn strategy and stuff like that, and start investing your real money little by little. You don't want to invest what you can't lose, little by little. Especially if you're a young person, invest little by little out of each check, put in a TD Ameritrade account. That's better than going to this guy. So that's my advice to you or anybody that want to get started. And over time, see, let me tell you something. Me personally, I can't just save money like that. I really can't. Like you know how some people say, well, I save money and this and that, I put it in a savings account. I can't save money that way. I have to put money little by little in investments and build my money that way. And trust me, before you know it, you can wake up and you can have a nice little nest egg, and you just putting little by little in there. And sometimes the goal is to buy low and sell high. And diversify. Buy low, sell high, and diversify. That's just one bit of information. But it's more to it. But I recommend, don't listen to me. Don't listen to anybody on the internet, on YouTube, that think they know what they're doing. When you have your smartphone and you can go learn this stuff on your own. Period. That's just what it is. Let me turn this off. All right. So that's what you do. Let me tell you, like I said before, I invested $500 3 years ago. I can surely tell you I made more than $17. Made more than $17. I don't care how the market was doing, because I diversified. There's a lot of ways you can diversify. If you really don't know what you're doing, there's index funds. You can put your money in there. But like I said, take the courses. It's free, and you can learn. And also on the TD Ameritrade account, they also have courses on there that you can learn. They have courses there that you can learn how to become a savvy investor. See, it's not, you might think it's intimidating. Oh my God, I'm putting my money into something, I might lose my money. You have to, how can I explain this? You have to be in it to win it. You got to have your money work for you to beat inflation. Now, what do I mean by that? You already know. I don't even really have to insult your intelligence on what that means. If you put your money under a mattress, right? 5 years from now, that money is not going to be worth what it is today. The way the government is spending and borrowing and all this stuff, inflation goes up. So you got to do something to beat inflation, so that 5 years from now, you can have a night, you'll be sitting on something pretty. Remember, you got to plan and strategize today for how you want to live tomorrow. That's how you got to do it. And the key is, for me, you don't got to be out here flossing and you know how people like to count money? You don't have to count money. You don't have to count money. Trust me. As long as you know your account is looking right and you're doing really well, you don't have to floss. You don't have to floss it. It's always better to bubble on the humble. I'm gonna close with that. It's always good to bubble on the humble. What do I mean by that? Like Jay Morrison saying he's swaggy P and all this type of stuff. He not used to nothing. Okay? What does swaggy P mean? What does that mean? You're swaggy P? Let me tell you something. It's always best to bubble on the humble, meaning you don't want to you don't want to floss, or you don't want to show anything. If you're taking trips all over the world, you don't got to show everybody. For what? What you got to show everybody for? Because you're going to become a target. You're going to be the target of people be like, brother, let me hold something. Let me hold something, because they around. They can smell money. Let me hold something, brother. Let me get away from this rock truck. Let me hold something, my brother. Let me hold something. But I just wanted to say that Wall Street Survivor, that course, that website, they'll give you $100,000 in play money, and you can start investing. It's real time, like the stock market. It's real time, same thing. And you could just build your portfolio, and then watch how the money works. You know, once you learn that over time, because remember, you know how they say you should read something every day for 30 minutes? I agree with that. Everybody like to get on the web, get on the internet and celebrate the fuck shit, right? Why don't you take 30 minutes out of your day to learn how to invest, so you don't have to listen to people like Jay Morrison, to Mr. Real Estate? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to listen to people like that. And because these people come along with these talking points like, oh, like, you know, like Umar Johnson, oh, you guys spend all this money on grits money and stuff like that. So what? You guys spending money on Jordan. So what? At least when I buy the Jordans, at least I know I got it. I'm invested in people invested in you, and you still ain't got no school up and running. People invested in Jay Morrison, all they got is $17 off a share and a dividend. When you could just learn yourself and take your destiny in your own hands. You don't have to look for somebody to help you, because I'm telling you, people out here are on the take. People are out here on the take, and they always looking. People out here always looking for a come up, and you're the come up. So education and knowledge is power. So go ahead. Oh, I can't get in that lane. There's a cop right there. They got this thing out here. You got to get in the other lane when the cop is on the shoulder, and he's actually holding up traffic. So, and look at now, he's coming out now. It's kind of dangerous what he's doing. But take your let me get over. Take your destiny in your own hands. And knowledge is power. Obtain that knowledge every day. I know people like to watch the fuck shit in the videos, the beefing, but take 30 minutes out your day and learn something about real estate, or learn something that can help you. Because if you take 30 minutes out of your day, out of the whole year, you're going to be knowing something out of the whole year, because you're constantly building upon what you know every single day. You're building upon what you know. You're starting to learn the talking points of how to invest and stuff like that, and you will make it. Trust me. That's all I got to say. Peace.